guys, thank you so much for coming to my video today. I'm super excited to show you the rest of my apartment. It's been a really big work in progress. It's something that I think I sort of hesitated to show you at first because I still feel like it's not completely done, but you know, what I've learned is that apartments are never really actually done, homes are never really done. So this is my apartment right now and I'm excited to show you, so let's jump right in. So this is my living room. I worked with a designer, an amazing designer. Her name is Dee Murphy and I'll link to her below. When I talked to Dee about kind of what I was going for with the living room, I told her I really liked Jonathan Adler. I liked the Parker Hotel in Palm Springs. If you're not familiar, you Google it. Like, it's the most, I think Jonathan Adler actually decorated it, but it's a kind of wild, like mixing of prints, like bright pops of color. Very much felt like me. So she helped me kind of pick out a lot of these items. The couches were mine from before, and we worked with Joss and Mean as well to pick out some of these pieces from their collection to make it all work together cohesively. So yeah, the coffee table and this sort of area here. I learned that coffee table books actually are amazing because they take up a lot of space and they are a great accent feature. It was important to me to actually find books that were meaningful and not just like, oh hey, here's a book. So there's some like fun cat books. There's Women, I think, Before 10 a.m. There's a Gray Mullen book down there that I got, and then Asleep at the Chateau because I live in West Hollywood close to the Chateau Marmont. I think it's important to find those pieces that make sense to you and are meaningful. Another item that Dee actually found is this box right here. And why I love this is because my biggest complaint when picking out stuff for the living room, I was like, I want the coffee table to look neat and organized. And you know, with modern technology the way it is, there's like 14 television remotes and the DVR and the Apple TV, and I needed something where they could all fit in there. And we put some coasters on top of it. So I'm really happy with that. I love the way the coffee table looks. This piece of art back here is from minted.com, and they were super nice and said I could pick out anything I wanted for my apartment. And I found this piece, and Dee approved it. And what I like about it is that yellow is actually the color of my childhood bedroom, and I just thought that that was kind of nice to bring that back in. It's modern and fun. My mom thinks it's ugly, but I love it. Another piece that I get a lot of questions about is this Jonathan Adler pillow. Dee picked this out. She said it because I'm a beauty blogger. It reminded me of her, obviously with the eyes and the eyebrow. And it's just, I love the way it looks with the different color prints. It's just super cute, and people always ask about it, so I'll link to that below. This is Gemma. If you've watched my videos, you already know who she is. She is the star of the show. But this dresser is the Ikea Mom Dresser. I was complaining in my old apartment that I had no storage for all my beauty products that I get from my blog, and you know, there's a lot of stuff coming in and out. It's just kind of complicated. So what I love is there's tons of storage here, and I'll even show you. It's kind of a mess, but this is where I put the stuff that I'm going to be testing for blog posts and for YouTube videos. So it used to be organized by like skincare, makeup, hair, but that's not the case right now. There's that. And then I also have a prop drawer down here with tons of lipstick and different makeup bags and stuff, a selfie stick, my I Swipe Right tray. And then there's some photo albums and other junk that I kind of just stuck in there. So this corner right here is another area of my apartment that I probably get the most questions about, and when somebody walks into the apartment they're like, oh my god, I love this corner. And it's interesting because Dee found this, it's a velvet settee. I learned that it's called a settee. It's like a little kind of small couch. She found it on Joss and Main, and originally it was actually supposed to go in the dining room, but when everything came, we realized that where she wanted to put it was directly in front of the air conditioner, and if at any point in time my apartment goes below like 70 degrees, I need the air conditioner on, so I was like, we're gonna have to figure something else out for the green settee. But it ended up working really well in here because since we're doing like a millennial pink half wall, it just kind of gives sort of like a Beverly Hills hotel, like California vibe in my opinion. And then I picked out this art that's Debbie Harry in front of a Hollywood sign, and then we have some other cute things. But people love this corner, so I'll link to everything in below. This area right here, it's technically a bar cart, but I don't really want a bar in my apartment, which sounds really crazy if you know me because I love my wine and I love my cocktails, but I just feel like it would be very dangerous for me to have a full bar in my apartment, and it probably wouldn't last very long. So when we got the bar cart, I decided to kind of make it into sort of a catch-all. And when I come in, I drop my keys, I put my purse down, whatever purse I'm using in the moment, and that's what the purpose is. And it works for me. And just some fun accessories and stuff on here. One of the things that I loved about this apartment when I looked at it before I moved in was this huge open window right here, and you can overlook my pool, which is awesome. Obviously it's fall, and well, fall, there's leaves in there right now, but it's still nice to look at. And then the cats love to sit on this little stoop right here and check everything out that's going on outside. that brings us to the bookcase. Dee also found this bookcase on Joss and Main, and we really loved that it had sort of different levels, and we loved the gold accents here. So I picked some favorite books out. Some of these my friends wrote, others I just really like, and then I found this kind of trailing plant. I actually just trimmed this. It used to be like down here. It was getting a little out of control. Some vintage pieces mixed in with the books. This is the dining room, and a lot of the pieces in here, to be honest, I'm still kind of working out. It was funny because when Dee first sent me the original kind of plan for the apartment, I was obsessed with this room and kind of worried about the others, and it ended up being that I don't know, I kind of changed my mind over the course of, I guess, the last year almost, and I've changed some things out even since, you know, if you saw my blog post, there are some different things. So I have a different chandelier now, and there's some different decor items over here, and I also have this painting over here, and I'll link, I did a whole blog post on this as well. Basically, I found this print, and I really didn't like it. It was really flat and kind of boring, so I did a DIY to actually make it pop. And if you look closely, you can see there's like a lot of texture here. I just took acrylic paint and kind of just made it stand out a little bit more. So as you can see, my cats sleep pretty much wherever they want. That includes the dining room table. This dining room table Dee found on Joss and Main as well, and we both really liked it because it was a really like sturdy, hardy table, and this is actually the first time I've ever even had a table in any apartment. I moved from New York City, living in a very small apartment, to a very small apartment in Hollywood, and this is the first time I've been able to have this. So it was important to me to have like a nice dining room table. And I love the rug that Dee picked out as well. One of the items I really like that Dee found is this cabinet right here. It was important to me because I work from home, I have a marketing business, and I also blog full-time. I really needed some storage. I was originally concerned because it is glass and you can see through it, but I think it's actually motivating to keep everything organized. I needed a cabinet that could fit my at-home printer. I'll show you quickly. I have a printer and like all my work papers, candles, like some office supplies, tape, things like that. And it fits really nicely into the cabinet. And then you just close the doors and you could barely see it. And I have books on the other side. So that was my living and dining room, and next I will show you the bathroom and the bedroom. Follow me. My bathroom is still very much a work in progress. It's a beautiful bathroom, and that was actually another thing that I really loved when I found this apartment, because as a beauty blogger, I shoot lots of photos that could be in the bathroom because they're beauty related, and I really loved sort of the light and all the white that comes in and all the modern look and feel, even though this is like a 50s kind of mid-century modern apartment. Everything was redone right before I moved in, so it was brand new, and I love it. It's a good bathroom. The issue is that I don't have a ton of storage in here. Actually, I have no storage in here, which is a challenge. As you can see, they give me this little glass shelf, but everything looks very like messy to me, and like I even left this open because I'm crazy. There's just a lot of stuff happening here. I tried to organize my makeup that I use every day into this little cabinet here. I also have 2 cats. There's a litter box hidden, I think, discreetly in here, but the litter comes out, I'm stepping on the litter. I want to work on the bathroom, so hopefully we'll do another video soon where you see this very organized and all this is gone. I have a couple ideas in my head, but for now, this is my beautiful bathroom. And I actually have 2 showers in this bathroom, which is kind of crazy. This is my tub, which I'm obsessed with. I've never actually had a tub this nice before. And because it's a 50s building, traditionally the shower and the tub are separate, but when they redid this bathroom, they actually put a shower head in the tub, so I have 2 showers back to back. I don't know what I would need that for, but I like having it. When I said that I had no storage in the bathroom, it's because they've given me these big, I would say big, little, I don't know what you call it, I guess cabinets, cubbies, I don't know, but for a beauty hoarder and blogger, it's not really that great as far as space, but I will show you. This is my beauty pantry, I guess, cabinet. And of course the towels are up there. I have to like get on a ladder anytime I want a towel or a beach blanket, but this, as you can see, I'll put my arm in here. It's pretty deep. I tried to organize it. It's mostly like skincare, hair care is up there, and some miscellaneous back there, but this is where I kind of have my go-to, and then obviously the cabinet in the living room as well. And then down here, this is really unorganized, but I will show you anyway. All of my like medicines and toiletries, hairbrush, blow dryer, flat iron, all of that kind of stuff. And I also need to figure out a way to organize this better. So again, hopefully next time it will look better. Into the bedroom. So the bedroom, I really wanted to look modern and very clean and simple, and I will say out of all the rooms in my apartment, I probably keep this one the neatest. I think it's just I sleep in here, so it has to be calm. As we can see, this is another painting that I did a DIY for. It came really flat. Dee and I actually found this on Joss and Main. We loved it. She was actually over the day that it arrived. We were so excited, and we opened it up and we were like, oh, that's it. I mean, it wasn't awful, but we felt like it was very flat. So I took the acrylic paint and I just gave it some texture and stuff. And this is a fake plant, which my mother thought was real, so that's good. And these are, my nightstands are from Pier 1 from the Hayworth collection, and I actually had one in my old apartment, so thankfully it's a collection they've had for a while, so I just bought a second one to match. My 5-minute journal, I have some like sleep spray. Those are the books I'm like currently reading. I have this problem where I can't just read one book at a time. I have to read like 14 at a time, so I keep them all down there. My clueless phone. This is my bed. White is not an easy color for me, but I've gotten really good about taking things to the dry cleaner, and I just saw that they actually missed a spot of self-tanner. That's okay. That's what life is. It's missing self-tanner. I'm a black and white person, so this really drew me in, and I found it on a website that I will link to as well. And this headboard I've actually had forever. I'm not even sure if they still sell it anymore, but I love the way that the tufted headboard looks. Over here, I have this really cool print. It's a woman blowing a bubble, and I just thought it was really fun and cool. I was initially a little concerned about pink because my dresser is bright green and it's right next to it, but Dee assured me that it was good, and I actually really love this corner, so very happy purchase there. And this is my jewelry cabinet. I really need organization when it comes to jewelry, and my friend Sydney actually had a very similar one in white, so I just copied her and put everything. I don't really have a ton of jewelry. I tend to even wear like the same stuff every day, but a lot of my costume jewelry and stuff like that, it's nice to just be able to see everything organized. Rings up there, necklaces, bracelets, and then you can just easily close it and not look at it. And you can even lock it if you have any sticky fingers in your house, which I don't. This dresser was another DIY project that I'm super proud of, and I will link to that as well. I learned a whole lesson. I didn't actually paint this myself. I hired a painter because it was just too big of a project and you needed a sander and space and all of that. But this was a dresser that I actually brought from New York. It was black with black knobs. And when I was talking to Mary, I said I really wanted to keep it. And she's like, why don't you just paint it a fun, bright color? So Dee ended up finding this paint color and then helped me pick out these knobs from, I believe, from CB2. And I love it. I think it really adds a pop to the room, and it just makes me happy when I look at it. And up here we have some just like faux lilies because I'm too lazy to buy flowers. And this was actually a candle holder that Dee found that I just made into a fake vase. Mixed in with some of my favorite perfumes, a pretty candle, an urchin, and my all-time queen, Gwen Stefani. I love that photo of her. It's actually from an old issue of Cosmo magazine that I saved, and she probably would think I'm nuts if she saw that, but I love it. This is my vanity area, and I wanted something that I wasn't sure if it was going to be functional or not. And I had a black one originally, and that one didn't work out. And then I found this one on Joss and Main and fell in love with it. It was a little more than I wanted to spend, but I just thought it was so cool that I had to have it. And then Dee found this really cool bench that I think is like a nice mix and match to it. And then we both really loved this copper CB2 mirror. She actually ended up getting it for her own house as well, which is amazing. It's just like a classic, beautiful round mirror. And then as far as the decor goes, I was super confused about how you're supposed to decorate a vanity because I think a lot of times people put makeup on there. But because this is sort of a faux leather, and I've already stained it, by the way, I don't want to do my makeup here because it'll just be filthy dirty, and plus I like the lighting in my bathroom for that anyway. My friend Jessica Sturdy actually recommended that I get a piece of glass to go over it, which I still might do. But in the meantime, my friend Roxy, who's also an interior designer, helped me kind of pick out some pieces to just make it pop a little. So Roxy found this cool mirror and that vase and that little vase, and then told me to get 2 small books just to kind of stack it all. And it adds a little bit of height to it, and I love the way that it looks. But I'm still playing with it. It's going to change a lot over the next couple months. And the last part of my bedroom is the scariest, my closet. It's actually more organized than anyone would probably expect who knows me. Obviously a lot of stuff. The dresses on the left need to be steamed, which is why they're hung over there, so I actually remember to do it. I'm out of shoe racks at this point, so the shoes are kind of lined up. But I use these those black flat velvet hangers that everybody loves, just to keep everything cohesive. And bags up top, and then that gray box is actually bathing suits and some lingerie and stuff like that. So I try to be very organized with my closet, and it is a walk-in, but it's a little bit of a tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. So that is my apartment tour. Thank you guys so much for coming over, especially if you're new subscribers. I would love to hear what you guys think of my apartment. Please comment below and let me know if you have any ideas that I haven't thought of, organization, things for the vanity, please let me know. I love, love, love your comments. Thanks again. See you guys soon.